In an office in Rivonia near Johannesburg, spending power in action. Nonku Nchona is one of the growing number of South Africans rich enough to afford someone to come up to your office to measure you up for a tailor-made shirt to be delivered to your door.
Every now and again I can afford to actually call on Kim and get me a nice shirt that, when I walk into a boardroom and I've got a really important presentation, I can look good.
Nonku Nchona built this company up from a room at the back of her home. It's one of South Africa's few black-owned quantity surveyors and now turns over more than $1 million a year. It means she is one of the rising middle class with money to spend.
It all comes with the hard work as well. So it's not something that I can afford every single month, but it's something that I can, it's a treat for myself.
This bespoke shirt business has grown over the last 2 years on the back of this disposable income.
Our clients are spending remarkable amounts. We've got people who will order one shirt at a time, which is $200 US, and then you've got clients who will order up to 10 shirts at a time, which is what, 2,000 odd US. So it varies quite substantially. We've got other clients who order a shirt a month, every 3 weeks, and there seems to be quite a lot of disposable income out there.
It's this kind of spending power that companies like Wal-Mart seek to tap into as they look to invest in emerging markets. Well, that's the story in the plush offices of Rivonia near Johannesburg. But what about West Africa? What about East Africa? Well, we asked our bureaus in Nigeria and Kenya to look into the spending power on the ground, starting with the streets of Nairobi. A lot of these spenders in Nairobi end up in places like these.
We can see that there is a lot of hope for the middle class and some of the wealthy class now in Africa. There's a very positive move of business in Africa.
The spending power in Africa is also pushing Africa's business to spread their wings beyond their local market.
Well, at the moment we've got 30 outlets across the East African region, 27 in Kenya, 2 in Uganda and 1 in Rwanda.
Although the middle class is expanding in South Africa and Nairobi, there is skepticism about the expansion of the Nigerian middle class.
There is a bit of a strong myth that there's been a kind of a ballooning of the middle class. We don't see that kind of trend in Nigeria. We just see the middle class getting richer and the poor people remaining in great numbers.
So what is driving this spending power? The recent economic growth in Africa has meant thousands of jobs have been created. As more Africans exploit these opportunities, their incomes rise. This graph shows that by 2020, more than half of African households will have more income power. If recent economic trends continue, Africa will be home to the world's largest working age population. Among them, rising and wealthy middle-class people like Nonku Nchona. For them, this affluent lifestyle fits like a glove or a tailored shirt.